Good evening, everyone. It's me, Ethereal, and here with me, Wolf. We're going to cast the final game between ASUS Fate and Wargods Diamond. This is the final game against each other. Previously, we saw ASUS Fate take a decisive victory, one against them. Let's see if Wargods can make a comeback to get that 1-1 score.
Yeah, or will ASUS Fate actually be the one that kind of just closes it out, gets the 2-0, and without that ban against Jinky in the earlier game, Wargods leaving the Orianna ban out. This does mean that Jinky gets his comfort pick of the Orianna here.
Yeah, and so they have the Leona to pair up with it. I love that.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, they know if they get Orianna, they're going to pick that Leona.
Yeah.
It's such a niche pick. It can't go any other way.
It cannot.
But also because of that, I'm wondering whether they should have shown that Leona early on or taken a priority pick. You know what I mean? Who's going to touch Leona in this day and age? Very few supports.
Very, very few.
You know, especially with Janna open, there's a less likely chance they're going to pick up the Leona. So we'll see how that works out. Are they going to get the Nar and the Lissandra? I think so.
Yeah,
That's
there we go. We
pick.
have the Nar coming in.
This is great. So I think you should know already, right? Like Nar and Javan, best buddies for life.
Yeah.
Right? You get them in the Cataclysm, you whack them together, confirm stun.
Confirm stun.
Confirm.
Confirm plus chop.
Never bluff you.
Never bluff.
Never bluff.
Don't
Bluff
play,
you, no
play.
money, you know? And the Lissandra, so you get in a lot of AoE lockdown as well to go in for those big plays. I really, really like that. Now,
And now we see some synergy coming out from Wargods.
yes, man, guys, should have shown this in the previous game because none of those champions were banned. Just so you all know. Yeah.
None at all.
Good.
Anyway, ASUS Fate now hovering over the Kazakhs and the Greys. I do like the Greys pick alongside the Leona. Synergizes very well. Will proc the Sunlight passive as well.
Sunlight passives, great amount of burst. And of course, one of the best parts about Graves is that he's actually an AoE AD champion, right? He gets so much burst AoE that it just synergizes well with Orianna as well. Now, my issue is that if they do go for the Riven, they need a strong jungler.
They do.
A strong jungler that can like engage by themselves. They have the Leona, so I'm not that concerned about
the tools of engagement, but
the
they need
tools of
someone
engagement.
tanky.
Yeah, they need someone who can really just stay there and be a threat. Leona is tanky, she can go in, but what happens is that you can't pick off the backline fast enough. It can be a big issue, especially now that they really might have an actual Twitch. That could be a problem.
Yes,
right?
we may see the Twitch coming in as
You might
well.
see an actual Twitch.
And I'm very surprised by the Fiddle lock-in actually. I mean, the idea here is that you want the disengage, you want the Leona, you want to prevent the Leona or the Riven from coming in, and Fiddle does not bring that to the squad at all. You have additional lockdown in terms of the Terrify, but I'm not entirely sure how good Fiddle will be against this ASUS Fate
We
composition.
haven't seen like Twiddle support. We haven't seen Twin support in like the longest time,
Yeah.
right? So Fiddlesticks, he's still great.
He's great, he is great.
But against a Leona, right, you're going to just get squashed.
Yep.
Scarecrows are night creatures, man.
Yep,
I mean, they're fiction. They're not alive, but they're nighttime things.
they are.
They fear the sun.
They fear the sun.
And come on, guys, you got to cheer me on with this.
We have to.
You
I
have
mean, if
to, right.
ASUS Fate picks their mascot here, what can go wrong? I
It's
mean,
like-
what can go wrong?
Does ASUS Fate have a jersey I can buy?
I think they do.
You know, I'm gonna just print a giant poster and I just like paste it on my wall, going, I'm in for the destiny, right? All the way. I foresee that they're gonna take the title this year.
Your fate is in my
Your
hands.
fate is. Oh my goodness.
So good, right?
These guys, man, they're
So
giving me.
good.
They're giving me like gamer. I don't know, gamer pleasure.
Gamer boner?
Oh man, yeah, just getting all the feels. from
Getting
our
all the
bodies.
feels.
All the
Oh,
feels
come
from-
on, come on.
5,
Akiho, lock
4,
it in.
3, 2, 1.
Yes.
DOU is my favorite player
Yes.
in the GPL.
There we go.
Hands down. All right.
ASUS Fate is now officially my favorite team.
Yeah.
I mean, so ballsy to go in with the Orianna, no pun intended,
Even
and the Leona as well.
Exactly.
It's so good.
It's such a man comp. You know what I mean? It's high commitment, and in fact, both teams are very high commitment
Yeah,
now.
they are.
This is going to be good. Earlier on, we saw a turtle team who couldn't turtle up against
No, not at
high
all.
engage.
It was a team that was so confusing that
Right.
I didn't know what Wargod Diamonds were actually doing. And now they're like, okay guys, let's just pull a page off the playbook of ASUS Fate. Let's just go all ham with the Lissandra and the
Right.
Jarvan.
This is Sparta. They're
Yeah.
going to go like just 5-on-5 head-on clashes. I expect, of course, Jarvan to have a bit more output and a bit more plays
Yes.
as compared to Pantheon. I mean Pantheon's cool. He's easily one of the nicest, rudest, but one of the best champions in the game. But you know, he's going to take a lot of time to ramp up.
He
And his
is.
early game is really just cheese plays, right? You're going to go in for like the Aegis of Zionia and just hopefully get a kill because you have Riven on the top lane. And that's the lane I'm going to look at.
Oh, yeah.
Lolita was holding himself so well. Don't you think it's weird that he's calling himself Lolita? I mean, it's a guy player, right?
Yeah,
I'm quite sure. I saw the background and I was like, that
is a
looks like a
dude.
guy. Okay,
It is
good.
a dude.
So yeah,
Or is
that's-
it? Let's not talk about that. But like you said, Riven up against the Gnar matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. 'Cause Na has a lot of, I mean, we don't see a lot of competitive Nas, but Na himself has a great amount of harass, right? Hyper, it itself gives the extra magic damage.
Yeah.
And the MS, and that's hard for Riven to play around, at least up to level 3.
Yes.
After level 3, Riven has a chance to just go toe to
So
toe.
many skills, so many abilities just to be mobile on
Just
the
be
Riven as
yeah,
well.
but it just takes levels.
Yeah.
While Na off the get-go already has
As hyper as off the bat.
yeah, it's a hyper champ. You know what I'm saying? So ASUS Fate here, I'm looking forward to that team fights.
Oh yeah.
But for Wargods, I'm actually looking forward for their picks. Right? I expect them to make some plays in the bottom lane, especially because Twitch, pretty strong all round.
Okay, here's my problem. You talk about the bottom lane, Twitch and Fiddle going up against, like I said, the Twiddle lane, going up against the Graves Leona. That's gonna be a nightmare lane for Twitch and Fiddle
Right.
to go up against.
Twiddle and Gleona, that's the bot lane matchup for tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, let's say we talk about that for a moment. Junglers have to come into the picture.
Yeah, they do.
So
They do. have
Jarvan
to-
becomes like so much more high, like a high utility
Yeah, it does.
with someone like Twitch who just wants to get a lot of procs of his deadly poison. I mean, he has innate AS. Jarvan has the flag.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the knockup. Pantheon, on the other hand, only has one single target stun. If we're going to put these factors together, I guess you could do an early pickoff with the super silence coming from Twiddle Sticks. Twiddle Sticks, come on, Elliot, get your game together. The fiddle bounce in this patch 4.20 is that it can bounce at the same target twice.
Yes.
In the following patch, I mean, I saw some of the
The changes.
changes are coming in, right?
yeah.
The silence only procs once. It will choose targets that has not been hit by it.
correct.
You know, so RIP mid lane fiddlesticks. You were my favorite. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to see what's going to happen for these teams as they clash in the bottom lane. But look, let's talk about mechanics from the previous
Yeah.
game. Slay was doing phenomenal.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And so was Aki. I mean, okay, we talk about the aggression that we saw from the bot lane of ASUS Fate. It was insane amounts of aggression. We saw what, a triple kill in before the 4th minute mark. They had 7 kills. Just cast their mind
That's
back
true,
in that
that's
game.
true, that's true.
And if they go in for that early invade once again, I foresee a lot of damage. Broken wings
crazy,
from
yeah.
Riven.
Honestly, it's a
Pantheon,
gamble. It's a gamble
it's
between both
really
teams.
crazy.
It's a gamble between both teams because both of them have the output. Both of them have the same kind of utilities going in for each other. And big props to these two teams for not picking Corki, Lucian, Janna,
Yeah.
and
Nami.
Nami. Wow, you guys really decided to make things interesting for the final game against each other.
That's right.
Kudos to you.
Everything's going on the line now, especially since it's going to be either all or nothing for Wargods. And right here, we have ASUS Fate trying to secure the 3 points.
I mean, they have a good chance. Honestly, even if they do draw this game, it is likely that they're going to be on top of the tables. Like, I mean, it's only 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
So their chances
But
are
only
they'll
the
still
top
finish
2,
top 2.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
only
top 2
get
are
out
going to
here.
get out.
So, I mean, I still think that
Every
they have a
win
good
is gonna
chance of
count.
staying on top 2. Because most of the Wargods teams have proven to be slightly lackluster in map movement. Picks and bans are fine and dandy. I mean, you can always talk about the theory crafted well, but team fights.
We have to see how well it's going to be executed.
Right.
That's the whole
Wargods
idea here.
haven't been that fantastic. Both Diamond and their main team, right? They've been kind of sitting back on the lines
A bit
and getting
lackluster.
a bit lackluster in the micro mechanics.
Yeah, I have to say though, every single player choosing not to go for a skin on their champion, so all vanilla.
Faker Senpai, you've been teaching everyone your secret.
Yeah,
That's just not
They have
cool.
been.
That's not cool, man.
Not cool at all.
So now going in for the boomerang at level 1,
Sorry,
you've been working on your singing, I see.
I have
Good
been.
stuff. The last time I went with karaoke with you, we were going at it hard.
Yeah,
man.
we were
going at it
it
hard.
really hard.
Yeah. Man, good times, good times.
Good times. All right, so it's gonna be Wargods going up against ASUS Fate here. Let's run through the champions and the team composition scene, since we do have a pause. Must be the firewall issues once again, you know.
They're playing on the C server, so it's a bit tough for all
Yeah.
these things to connect. I mean, Leona obviously can't go for that spell thief edge anymore. For the spell thief. So instead, going for brace, like the early one.
Yeah, the relic shield, the
Relic
Targon
shield,
brace,
that's right.
the upgrade there,
Going it really early on.
of course.
While Fiddlesticks, on the other hand, actually going to do a lot of magic damage. I mean,
It
that's
is.
one thing which Phil's has always been good in the bottom lane, is high amounts of harass, free what's that?
Free
MR
eight-
reduction.
Yeah, free magic
Like
reduction.
the dread, the passive gives him -10 of everything. So it's always really helpful in some sense.
Especially in the early game.
And honestly, if Pantheon ganks that lane, chaining up is really hard unless they aim Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
Right? If Fiddle stays in the back line, a nice Dark Wind will easily stop that burst combo that ASF's bot lane can
Yeah,
dish
you're
out.
absolutely right.
But then again, but if they do catch Fiddles, it's like the squishiest.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs, and we go once again with that aggressive invade. And this time, Wargods are prepared. They put down the trinket ward, so they definitely know where ASUS Fate will be kind of milling about in the river.
And Akiho here just getting that early guard up. You're right. So we're seeing a lot more of these river protections so that buffs are not stolen.
Yeah.
It can be a big deal for both Pantheon and
Wow.
Jarvan
Look at what they're doing. They're just going in
because
completely
wards
here.
don't matter.
They don't matter at all.
It don't matter. They've already been spotted out, and Lissandra just sitting there nicely. They might be able to do a nice bear hug around them, but ASF are quick to know to back out. Nice calls here.
They have not found anyone. They know that they've been spotted, so they're just gonna walk out from that one safely. It's gonna be really quiet start. Or will they go for a delayed invade here? It doesn't look like they're positioning for that, so it's just gonna be a simple, really quick start coming in for both of them.
Yeah. Overall, it's okay. It's not bad for both teams per se. I mean, it was a gamble anyway for 1v1 for 5v5 skirmish
Yeah.
at level 1.
And I like what Wargods have actually done here. They are pinging the dragon. They know that it might be a possibility, especially since there's a Pantheon on the other side.
The
so
level 1 cheese it.
the level 1 cheese. We have to see how much attack speed Mew has here. Mew's at 0.7, so no, it's not going to be any level 1 cheese from the Pantheon
That's right.
at all.
So, but it's fine. I mean, even if they don't get that cheese, Pantheon has the whoa.
Okay.
Well,
No level 1 cheese, but doesn't mean he doesn't have the level 2 cheese, but they have that ward there. So really smart play coming in from
and Meme here is
Neo
like he's
here.
taking a ton of damage from the red buff already, from the battle back, so it's a bit difficult for them to actually play this one out.
Yeah, we have to see Akihiko actually coming, Akiho, sorry, coming in onto the dragon here. So
Going
they're
for the
gonna try
juggle,
to
yep.
juggle this one as fast as possible. Let's see if anyone actually responds to this. Even the dual lane at the top, because we do have a lane swap coming from the Wargods, they do
Right,
send
right.
Shura down to the bottom. This dragon's gonna take a really long time. Actually knocking them up once again. This is something I've not seen yet from the
A
dragon.
very wasted start
Yeah.
here from the guys in ASF. Could be a costly mistake trying to go for it.
Oh, a lot of
Slay
damage coming out
going
of
for
the
the
Slay.
damage. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, the lane swap wasn't actually necessary.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
was not.
What is the advantage that they would get out of that?
I mean, we talked about the fact that Iban and Shura, they don't want to go against the Slay and Akihiko lane, or Akiho lane.
Yeah, but like honestly, your Na is gonna get punished really
Yeah,
hard.
it is going to get
just
punished
because
really hard.
he can get engaged on really easily at the start.
But it does look like they want to snowball that Twitch though. I mean, that's the
yeah,
whole idea here.
That's possibly the case. I mean, snowballing at Twitch sounds like a great idea.
And I'm sorry for like constantly pronouncing Akiho's name wrongly, because like, you know, I'm a huge Persona fan.
Yeah,
And like,
I totally get
yeah.
that. Oh,
Oh well.
going in for the Zenith
And
blade.
there we go. We see the burst coming out once again. This is a really simple, straightforward combination from a Leona and Graves.
That's right. And having that Fiddlesticks roam about is not really helping even that much. Like if you wanna shut down and get your Twitch snowball, you leave him in lane. You babysit him, give him that farm. Riven isn't going to be that fantastic in a 2v1.
Is not.
You know, you got Twitch, man. Twitch is going to deal a nice amount of trade that persists just right after.
And Fiddle might get caught out here though.
Yeah.
But like I said, persistent damage, you have Fiddle to zone, and that's the whole idea if you want to go for a 2v1 lane swap. If you have a roaming Fiddle, I mean, if you want to pick a roaming champion, you go for the Taric, you go for the Leona, you go for the Alistars, not a Fiddlesticks. I mean, we talk about the Twiddlestick lane.
Twiddle,
You
man.
need to keep the Twiddle in the lane.
Twiddle for life.
Twiddle for life.
Yeah, and this just didn't work out. Going ahead, wow, Lolita getting a nice big push. And I can see why he picked Renekton. I'm so sorry, I keep gender bending Lolita.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it. Like, I was actually reading Lolita very recently. That's why having all these weird ideas.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, you actually he's actually played very aggressive champions, and he knows how to push and bully that lane safely. Right?
He knows when to go. He knows when he needs to go
use
in.
his skills,
Yeah.
get the wave clear, and then back out without causing like a risky situation to occur. Even when he played Renekton, he knew when to double dash. I mean, double dash in itself is a risky play.
Yeah, and then talking about the rage management as well, we didn't really kind of focus on the top lane all too much,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm sure that he knew
He did. He had the
when
max
to use
range,
it.
max range dashes with the stun
Yeah.
and the max range Q. So that was amazing. And Jinky here in the mid lane also showing dominance over Nage.
Nage here. I mean, that's the whole point that Wargods actually banned out his Orianna in game number 1. They did not want to deal with it. And in game number 2, they let it through, and Jinky is not afraid to first pick that Orianna in the mid lane at all.
Look at that Gnar sitting at just like 10 CS.
Ooh,
That is
Shuro,
really difficult.
what are you doing? I mean, this is not going to be effective at all. This is...
It is not, especially not getting any kills. You want to have that jungle invade actually produce either great counter jungling paths, or you also want to kill the jungler. Get rid of his presence early on.
And there we go.
The stun goes onto Shura, knock up onto Jinky, tons of damage coming down. Shura picks up that kill. Hey, we just talked about it, and hey, maybe worth hashtag.
Worth. I mean,
let's bring that
Shura
back in.
alone is not going to do anything, but when Meme comes in, they can easily layer it all together, and that was really, really good coordination. Coming in for the 3-pronged attack off the sides.
It helped. It definitely helped a lot. So, that turret dive, tons of CC lockups, they chained it onto him perfectly. Going on to Na. Ethan taking tons of damage.
Gets the bounce.
The bounce
The
does
hop.
not bounce onto anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the Dark Wind. So many bounces, man. Hop.
The hop. Yes, the hop.
Going in, burns the
Oh.
flash. Oh, Ivan gets a hit.
Oh, this is...
Blade. Oh,
This
my
is
goodness.
easy. This is just easy pickings for Lolita here. I mean,
Easy game, easy life.
yeah,
Easy game, easy life.
once Riven hits the level 6, actually if you think about it, the matchup between Twitch solo lane up against the Riven solo
Ethan
lane
taking
is
more
horrible.
damage. Here is the side lane going to come in. Oh, the
there we
dash
go.
has been dropped. Getting the knockup. Is it enough to kill Ethan? He gains the extra amount of HP just from turning to Mega now.
Ooh.
Missing that
The
one out.
collateral
TP
damage
comes
actually
in.
missed.
TP comes in. Lolita coming to save his life. Gets the stun off. Nice use of the broken wings. Extra damage. Lolita turns it around. Jinky coming in from the side. Oh, Naj coming in and getting that kill. Did I say Naj? I meant Nage.
Naj, Nage,
Naj,
hey.
Nage.
We got
Oh
his...
my goodness. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end.
It's a 1-for-1.
nice turnaround, getting a small little cheese kill at the end for Nage.
Yeah, but the
Not
idea
too
here is
bad,
a
and they
4-man
get
strong push.
4-man strong push. They have Dragon is still up, so they can set up quite nicely. That's always a plus point for them. They don't bring it down. But when you have a Pantheon who's still up with that smite and ready to pounce on someone, this is the comp to look out for, man.
This is the call. Oh, the teleport's coming in as well. We've
Dissonance
got the
is still
fiddle.
up. Yep. Oriana's distance up. Yeah, they're going in. Nate taking tons of damage. Akio is the first to drop down. Meme coming in from the side. Mio taking tons of damage. If he dies, there is no smite left. Oh, Lolita gets the stun. The key strike shot onto Meme.
Oh, Mio, you're taking a lot of damage
Ethan
from
goes
the
for the hop
dragon.
in. Slay from the side coming in. Buckshot. Gets a knockup. Me gets Mio. That's one smite down. They can go for a full-out skirmish. Lolita gets another knockup. Ethan goes down. Very, very low. That was my mistake. A double kill onto Jinky. Where did that come from? Lolita going in.
It's probably the dragon here actually taking down Jinky off on the side as well.
Oh man, what a big fight. A little bit of a misplay coming in from ASF. And the damage was good. And
The damage was really good. My whole problem with that fight was that Jinky was a little bit too trigger happy on his shockwave. The shockwave came out way too early. It only landed onto Nage, and they could have easily kited out of that one, forced a funnel in on the dragon area, and landed the shockwave then. Because Lolita had just so many tools to get in, especially with his broken wings and his valor as well. So he could have easily repositioned himself, get in on, and be that ball deliverer.
Yeah.
And
I mean, end of the day, it wasn't a terrible mistake. I mean, they traded quite evenly in that sense. Oh, Ivan going very low now. I mean, turret getting very low, and Ivan having the sneaky out of there. Good thing though is that they traded top turret, bottom turret. Dragon was not taken, so it feels like a reset of the game with ASUS Fate just having that extra 500 gold as though it was like first blood money or something. You know what I mean? so it's okay.
It-
Things are not that bad.
It makes me wonder if ASUS Fate really wanted the dragon at that point of time, because they really had a number on the turret, and it seems like they were kind of hesitating where to go, because give it another, let's say, 2-3 seconds earlier, that dragon would have been theirs.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a good dragon call, but just how they fought it
Yeah.
out, you know. And Java, props to me, he got a very nice flag spear combo, just disrupting, came out of nowhere actually. So that was nice. Also, reaffirming my point that Java needs nerf.
Yeah.
Too many things on his arsenal, man. That kid. So blue buff goes to Nage. Having that frozen tomb up was also really, really good. You get to lock out one champion immediately. Leona, on the other hand, also does not go for the...
Oh, nice jukes coming up from Akiho.
Akiho.
But Akiho, you're going to go down here.
That's it. So it's 5-5. A very nice pick off there by Wargods. Man, they haven't taken one.
Oh, there we go. The smite comes out from Mio though. So
Ethan
it's gonna
turns
be
back into small boy, and he gets blasted off. A nice shockwave coming in onto Shura. Almost said command mom. I don't know why. And now Meme's going really low. Is a flag spear combo coming in.
There we go.
Yep, using that flag spear combo coming out. Lolita, they can take that mid lane push right now.
They definitely can.
great.
Ball lane turret has been taken down already, so it's 1-2-1 turrets. Right now they're going for the mid lane push.
Nago ain't defending this at all.
Dragon now coming up
Yeah.
big for the side of ASUS Fate. They saw multiple members in the top half of the river. They instantly went for the dragon call right there, and they picked up the dragon and picked up 2 turrets.
One thing about Lissandra is that you can push really well, but you can't really wave defend very well.
Yeah, you
your
can't-
range from your Q is
Your
really,
ice
really
shot,
short.
your ice shot
Yeah,
is
it's really,
such
really
a short
short.
range.
So that overall still favored ASF. Here's the thing, like we were saying, you might get kills, but map movement is just that much more important nowadays, right? Stacking your waves, getting into the right position, calling for the right
Objectives, yeah, absolutely, and they're all even up in kills, but 1 dragon and 1 turret advantage in ASUS Fate's name as well.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So current score, Lissandra is Nage is the one actually carrying the team on his back with that 3-0-2 in his arsenal, getting a Morello Nomicon. Honestly, I cannot agree with it. I'd rather go for that Zhonya's Hourglass because there's so much burst coming from ASF.
Yeah, there we
They're
go, we
going
might
in,
see.
the fear onto Akio. They're putting everything left, right, center. Ulti upon ulti. Slay getting out easily.
And there we go, the Mega now will now pop as well, so we're gonna see.
Oh, Nage coming in from the
Yeah.
side, burning that flash. Pretty
Ah.
cool. Gets that frozen tomb. Mio coming from the Mio, don't you dare. Don't you dare go in. Well, that's it. Got wall up across there.
Oh, he
Lolita!
actually jumps
What a
right in
man!
there as well.
Lolita's going in for the clear. Is he able to dash out of this one? Very few people can catch up. The shield comes in, gets a fear off. Going to smack him in the face. Will it be enough? No, Shura survives.
Jinky
coming
though.
in. Ivan taking tons of damage. A nice shockwave once again. Leona right at the side. That's another kill. Jinky going for that one. Pantheon dies. That was a weird one.
Ooh.
Getting in a perfect eclipse.
Will we see? Yes, there we go. The Zenith Blade comes in as well. And there we see the follow-up coming in from Jinky. The Ignite is taking down. Shutdown goes to Akiho.
Oh man, so what a turnaround from that fight. It looked really bad for ASF at one point
That was
in
a
time.
5-for-4 trade, I believe.
I think so. And Lolita there was just such a man. Got a super nice key shot there. Problem is, I think let's see how the money being channeled, right?
Yeah,
in
that's
these
right.
two teams. A very nice spread on the carries for both of them. So this is actually going to be a really tight game, if you ask me. ASF though, still having that goal lead. Not, I mean, that's to be expected. They've got some turrets.
They've been holding on to that 2.5 thousand goal lead for quite some time already, and kudos to Wargods Diamonds. Oh
Lolita,
no,
he's going to catch up
Shura.
Shura. Gets that fear out on him. He looks like he's max fear as well. It's really long. Nate coming from the side, using up that glacial path to make some movements. Lolita sweeping lens. I mean, this is the best part of the game, right? So you're looking at 15 minutes. People are getting power spikes on both teams.
Yeah, that's right.
They want to fight. They want to make smart picks. And once the smart thing happens, they're usually going to just go for themselves.
Yeah, but so far fights have been really, really messy and not much
I
combination.
expect that. I mean, you're looking at a 5-5 skirmish team.
Yeah.
You want the fights to be messy, man. It's going to come down to who makes the clutch plays.
It is. It definitely is. And oh
Megadar
wow,
coming in.
Megadar coming, not doing much of a mega impact here, but Slay just holding his own in the bottom lane. We might see some rotations coming in from the side of Mio. Might go in for a gank as well. Lariat on with Akiho as well at the same time. And there we go in the
Going
top
ham
lane
on
now.
Ethan. That 100-0 full combo kill. And honestly, what can Fiddlesticks do to stop that?
Well,
Very little.
he needed to be there in the first place. He wasn't.
Report Fiddle for not ulting for the save.
No, not
Yeah.
flashing in either.
No flash either. Slay coming in. They got a 3-man in the bottom lane. They can see, that's the thing about Gnar, that you can really read his ultimate quite easily.
Yeah.
You can see like the bar. Wow.
Oh, there we go. Talk about ultimates coming in. It's going to be the Crow Storm and the Cataclysm. Will we see Lolita actually get away from this one though?
Ooh.
Oh wow, we see multiple jukes back and forth, but Meme eventually gets the kill as well in the top lane.
That's nice. Jumping off the Ethan. It's a 3v3. They don't know about it. Getting a nice block in. Akiho.
Oh, nice collateral damage coming out as well.
That
and there we see so much damage coming off from the
So
side.
good. I love
Jinky
it.
coming in at the same
Going
time.
from the side. Jinky getting all that damage. Ethan's going to turn to Mega Gnar really, really soon. And that's just, oh my gosh, turns. They have to back out right now. Go, go, go. ASF has to disengage. Getting the stun onto Slay. Oh man, what a turn on event.
That was a huge turn of events there. I mean, the idea here is that we saw ASUS Fate actually jump right in and they dived the turret, but they weren't entirely sure how many of the opposing members were there, and Wargods just completely surprised them off the bat.
That was good, and especially because they had the top lane gank already, so they were like, okay, 2 up top, we got this in the bot lane. They're probably going there to support him. Nope, not at all. Nature's in the back line had the sweet glacial path, stopped them right in their tracks. Although I have to say, Akio was doing a great job, got a nice lockout with the Eclipse, even in midst of the engage. Sweet reactions. Okay, so this is really, really good for ASF and Wargods. I mean, they're both getting to their power spikes.
They
or
are,
the
they
next
are.
level power spikes. And this is when
Absolutely.
both teams can decide to be gutsy and make plays.
Yeah.
Whoever makes the bolder, better, well-executed play is going to come out on top.
It is, it
This
is.
is that time to shine.
And we talk about Gutsy, we have the Morale-Nomicon as well as the Blade of Ruin King completed on the carries on the side of Wargods. But we talk about supports here with a needlessly large rod. There we have Shura now just coming up huge on the AP item
Right.
in the at 17 minutes into the game.
That's right, that's right. So it's so diverse, right? I mean, now you're looking, earlier on we had Majais. Now I'm thinking going for the Zonyas, like a true Fiddlesticks build.
Yeah, a true Fiddlesticks build.
So you have the CC coming from him, you have the extra damage, albeit it's going to be a bit craftier than what the rest have, and Leona obviously has higher utility and tankability, but they're just playing 2 different styles
Yeah,
altogether.
they're playing complete. It's 2 different champions, and whoa, we might see the Frozen
Going
2 come
in
out.
for a very nice use of the command shockwave, followed up by the stun. Nage gets the kill, but Lolita from the back, being that hyper carry, Meme having to burn that flash, going across the wall.
Oh,
Lolita,
turning it around.
Yes,
Wow.
That's a nice crit. Good stuff to the face.
That was very, very powerful coming in from the side of ASUS Fate there.
Crit me, baby, one more
Looking for
time.
Nage here. Will
They're
they
going-
find
no,
Nage?
This is bad. Nage gets that kill and then
Ooh.
says, see ya later, sucker.
Alright, 11 seconds before Meme actually comes back alive. Aki Ho here chasing down onto Nage, sidestepping the Zenith Blade now.
That's not good. Just
Kiting back and forth. Oh, Akiho, you might just go down here. Gets the stun off. They get the root. And Nage here coming up huge with a double coming in. And now Iban trying to throw down the poison cast. Will not find Slay there. Lolita, Slay. No mana onto Slay. So Slay is going to try to get away as far away from this one as
when you
possible.
have IE, mana is for fools.
Mana is for fools. You're right. You're right.
I
I was about to say
could-
here, the buckshot does do quite a bit of damage, but hey, the Infinity Edge on the crits,
yeah,
that deals way more.
Crit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah.
Throwback to childhood days, man. I'm old. So they're going in, Java trying to get that blue buff for himself. Is Nate going to get it? I mean, he should be passing it to Nate.
Yeah,
honestly.
he should be.
Yeah, it
I-
doesn't look like it, but
No, Meme's gonna just. Oh, Nate actually has a blue buff, so that's no issue there.
Okay, that's nice. So going in for the lanes, look at 16-16, goal advantage still to ASF because they've been training quite evenly.
Yeah, they have, and they've been getting more objectives. Every time they win a fight, they get objectives.
That's something Wargods need to work on
That
as well.
is
yeah.
what Wargods have not been doing.
Ethan going really
Ethan
low as well.
Not really coming up big on his Gnar here. The Gnar actually can snowball quite a bit from the top lane and become a huge carry
That's my
in the
issue.
late game.
Yeah, that's my issue. Like, they shouldn't have gone for the lane swap because Gnar can deal with Riven pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a really painful lane to sit in, right? So why
You have the range, you have the hop to try to get away. Oh,
coming in
Cold
for the Cold Storm.
Storm!
They're just going to jump straight onto Lolita, getting a nice start. Whoa, Shura, you're dropping really low, buddy. Lolita getting the spear to the butt. And that's it, man. That's it.
But that
Getting
took
nice.
3 members to try to shut down Lolita. Let's see if Wargods actually lose any objectives off of this one. They don't have any inner turrets to lose anymore. So it does seem like ASUS Fate is not looking to push in onto the base turret.
Yeah, that's one thing they have to keep in mind. That they have few objectives left to take, and they're waiting because Baron has just respawned. That's the great part.
Baron just spawning, of course.
Exactly, at 20-minute mark now, you changed it quite a bit. Wargods have a great fighting chance. They have the ability to kind of just push back the waves. Now that Nage is actually pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean,
almost there with Zonya's Hourglass.
Zonya's Hourglass nearly completed, just completed the Zonya's Hourglass and the Morale Nomicon here. 6, 2, and 4. Nage doing an exceptional job in game number 2.
Am I a prophet or what?
It is. You are definitely a prophet.
Going in
Meme.
for
Oh,
Meme.
wow.
This is going to be a big jump. Ooh, what a trigger-happy use of that shockwave. I think
Nice
he's going to regret
snap.
it. Ethan going really low. A very nice Eclipse coming in. They get 1 kill. Zonya's Hourglass pops by Nage. Jinky has to help them force a push out with his dissonance.
Yeah, Meganar does get taken down here, but we just saw it is a 2-for-1 exchange, of course, in favor of ASUS Fate. No objectives being taken up just yet, but that was a huge fight coming in. Jinky once again a little too trigger happy on the
He could
shockwave.
have made it a much better play, I think, if he had just waited for the commitment from the rest of the team. Easily a 3 or 4-man shockwave.
Easily, and he has the death cap to boot, so that's not just gonna be a mare wave, it's gonna be a 2k elo, a 3k elo shockwave.
Wow, 3k elos, haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
In case you guys are just joining us, this season, elo is this number that you used to have instead of tiers, man. Yeah. Instead of get that LP.
Instead of get the LP, it's get that elo.
Get that elo.
That's why it's called elo boosting.
Right.
It's still called elo.
Yeah, they still call elo boosting.
Elo boosting.
It's just that people are like, what? What's elo?
Elo boosting.
What's elo boosting, man? Yeah. So Lolita's been a force to reckon with right now, having that Hydra, picking up the Ionian boots and quick Silver Sash. You know that Queen song, Don't Stop Me Now?
Don't Stop Me Now.
Yeah, that's what happens to Lolita.
Okay.
It's like just this unleashed little girl that's gonna wreck everyone on the team. And of course the Baron buff is up.
Oh, Shura, where are you going?
Into the Dragon's Den, man. That was just really painful to watch. I don't even know how he got there. Wasn't really looking that far deep into the map, and suddenly the Scarecrow plays off nowhere. This ain't my home. This.
Like, wait a minute. I'm playing on blue side. Oh, right.
So Ethan as well, not having the best of times. He can't build any damage. He, went for like a Sunfires with a Tabi.
Yeah.
A bit of a, I don't know. He's behind in items, that's for sure. At the 22-minute mark, they are going to fall for that dragon that's spawning in 8 seconds.
Not entirely sure if I agree with the Ninja Tabi here. I mean, it does give you 10%, does block 10% of the basic attack damage, but in between Lolita and Slay, that's just not enough damage to be blocked overall. Pretty sure I want to go for the Murph trades ever since you saw so much crowd control abilities coming down.
Right. I mean, it just makes a bit more sense.
Oh,
Coming in Beam.
wow.
Now he's really stuck in the Dragon's Den for real this time.
Yeah, there we go.
Going in for the Zonyas. A big buttload of damage.
Oh, the shockwave comes out.
I like it, and I cannot lie. Going in for Ethan. He's super low. No hop left. Hex Drinker does not stop you from getting crushed in the face with a massive
Okay,
sword.
that was what Jinky really needed. That was what ASUS Fate needed. They funneled the entire team of Wargods down into the Dragon Pit, and all they needed to do was to back away, wait for Jinky to land the shockwave. I have to say, Akiho there just did an exceptional job of stopping the rat-a-tat-tat coming out from Iman here with that singular Eclipse coming in.
If I must say, that was very sexy.
That was very
And
sexy.
very rude. Guys, politeness, please.
Politeness.
Yeah.
But rat-a-tat-tat doesn't seem like a very polite thing to do in the first place.
Spraying your stuff all over people's faces is really rude.
no.
It's really rude.
It's really rude.
Yeah. So this is good. I mean, overall, ASUS Fate just
Gets an
plowing their
ace
way
with
through.
no one dropping at all.
And they had the move
They had a
boost.
dragon, they had a move speed boost,
There
they
was a
took
move speed boost at
the
the very end.
inhibitor, the base turret, they took the inhibitor as well. They just took the blue buff. Shura, you can't do anything against the
And dropping the
Riven.
exhaust,
And dropping
it
the
was
exhaust as
like,
well, really.
What a waste of that.
Oh,
They're going
bounce,
to try
bounce.
to chase Lolita with the third tier dragon buff,
Nope.
so just not going to happen. Not going to happen, guys. They want to be able to at least defend the Baron though, because once that Baron buff is up, there's no way they can stop a hard-on engage.
No way.
Did I say hard-on engage?
Yes.
I meant like they for full hard engage.
Oh, there we go. We
Going
see.
in. Jinky going really low. Is he got anything up his sleeve? No. But they give the money to Shura. So.
But
and
Akiho now. Akiho.
Yeah.
Okay, with 2 members down here, we might see Wargods attempt for Dragon. I mean Baron.
Yeah, I don't think that's like the best thing they could have done.
I don't think it is either.
Oh my goodness.
Slay
this
is still
bad.
alive. Mio is still alive. We also have Lolita. I mean,
These are the forces you reckon with. Man.
yeah. Oh, there we go. We see the
Look
Grand
at the man.
Skyfall coming
Oh
down as
my
well.
Goodness, all that damage coming in. So much damage. AoE.
Triple kill. Will this
AoE.
be the Quadra? No, the steal from the Quadra coming out. Lolita, can you at least get this one now? There we go. It could have been Penta once again right here between the Wargods versus ASUS Fate. That was a simple 3-for-5 exchange, and like you were right, I kind of felt that Wargods were going for the Baron, and it was completely the worst call that they could have gone for.
Just because you pick someone off with the new Baron, you can't do that. It has too many. It's like a raid boss, man.
Yeah, it is.
You
I
gotta
mean,
take your
you
time
had
with
watched
it.
the patterns.
Yeah.
One day, the Baron will really become a raid boss. Once it drops below 20% health, it changes its attack pattern.
Yeah, it's gonna have like
They
phase
need
2.
it.
They need
They need to do
and a
that.
transition phase and everything,
Yeah.
man. That's what they want. That's what they want. Will it drop fat loots for me when it's done?
Uh,
It should. Okay, it's gonna drop fat loots in before season 9.
we have a replay coming up. Haven't heard this one in a long time. Let's take a look at what just happened here. So we
That was
saw
one
the
death.
pick coming out.
Yep.
Akiho gets picked off as well. If we
Bad
actually speed,
positioning.
if we actually speed this up a little bit here, this one's gonna go down. And right now,
Okay.
5-man strong,
Let's
3
see.
versus 5.
At that point in time, remember, ultimates have been blown.
Yes.
Crowstorm's down. Cataclysm's definitely down.
Yeah. Frozen Tomb
Frozen
and
Tomb's the only one
Rat-a-tat-tat.
up, yeah.
So watch this. Nage goes in, uses the Frozen Tomb, guards the Zonias, and Lolita just destroys everyone now. But we have to go back to live, of course.
That collateral damage.
Yeah, that was
real.
huge.
That was real. Yeah.
And now the true masters of the Baron will be taking this down as well. Don't forget they get the second dragon buff as well, which means that they do 15% extra damage to
That's
the
right.
monsters. Don't know if it really affects the epic monsters though. I think it does.
Oh.
It may or may not.
I don't think so. actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Going
right.
in
Oh, Grand
for the
Skyfall.
Man Skyfall.
Yeah, there we go. The hop comes out. Ethan actually able to get away from this
good.
one.
But that's good. They actually cleared enough way. Like they burned one of the escape CCs.
Yeah.
Na is not going to defend this turret. They can go pure ham with bot lane. With Iban in the bot
Oh,
lane.
there we go.
What
Meme. He survives
That
though.
was you know what meme I have in my head now? Impossible.
Impossible.
Like that was the worst play you could possibly do
Yeah.
at that time.
Why would you walk up alone in the first place?
Yeah.
Why?
Man. That was just a really bad call.
Oh, the close-up comes in. This is gonna be huge.
Going in for the big damage. AoE.
Oh my god, look at the rat-a-tat-tat coming out. That was not enough there. And they started the fight without Meme. What were they thinking here? Triple kill for Lolita.
ace.
There we go. It's gonna be the ace.
This is and look, wow. That was Superman from Slay.
Yeah.
Just like tanked out all the turret hits. I mean, this guy is true grit, right?
True grit.
He is true grit.
Yes.
That's all he wants. And you know what? The game is going to end right here and there. This is a 2-0, I think, coming from ASUS. Will Nas return make a,
Will Shura's return actually make any difference at all? It's gonna be the
look
fear.
at that fear.
It's gonna be the
fear.
Dark
So
Wind.
good. Not enough.
Not enough at all. And there we go. We see the Frozen Tomb coming in as well.
Coming in. Damage. Going for the stun. Is it enough?
The
Trigger.
shockwave.
No.
This is going to be GG.
Go in. No. Die.
Slay is still alive with the Bloodthirster.
Iban,
Iban coming
going,
in as
win,
well.
damage,
the buckshot. And there we have it. The Nexus goes down. Game number
Nexus,
2
die.
goes to ASUS Fate.
Oh, so good.
All the damages.
All the
damages.
Do you see? I channeled my inner Korean caster.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
did.
I tried really hard.
The Korean caster usually has that long drag, so you need to go die.
Victory!
Penta. Okay, no Penta
No
though.
Penta.
No Penta.
Well, anyway, guys, so that was our second game. Really good stuff. I'm so looking forward to watching these guys play.
Yeah.
ASF, man, this is the team to look out for this season in the GPL Spring Split. Right?
I'm sorry, I had a voice in my ear. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, El.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to ride the ASF hype train with
I
me.
am gonna ride an ASF high train.
True. That's it, guys.
We're
the
gonna watch for the Vietnamese hype train to clash against the Bangkok Titans,
Oh,
because the
yeah.
Bangkok Titans are gonna be huge. Then we have the final fight coming in.
Oh.
It's gonna be a 4v5 Shura with the Crow Storm coming in. Why? Why? Oh why?
That was the best. Ethan goes for the back line, hoping to get Mega Na real
But
quick.
he doesn't change into Mega Knight. He does manage
at
to
the
get
last
the
moment to use the wallop,
yeah. Use the wall up.
but he was like a 1 dot. and
Yeah, he was
died.
at 1 dot of HP.
Yeah, so he couldn't chain up with like the
Yeah,
slam as
he
well.
could not at
Yeah.
all. If you actually speed this up, this is the last ditch effort coming in from Shura. Shura just melts once again, showing that Fiddle is not
Oh,
really
okay.
all the best.
So I'm gonna do my casting now. Shura!
Then Lolita!
Lolita!
Ethan! Nar! Shockwave! And there we go. That is basically the end of the game right here.
And oh no, even. Going for the fight on Slay, 1-on-1.
1-on-1. Oh, Slay!
And that wasn't us exaggerating, it was just his
Yeah,
name.
that's
It's
just his name.
actual
That's just his actual
So,
name.
Really
There
great
we
stuff
go.
from these guys. Man, so we have to look forward in this group. We were saying the Bangkok Titans, veteran players, and ASF, the newcomers, honestly, from Vietnam. Like previously, we always talk about SAJ,
Yeah.
SF5, right? I mean, those guys are the Vietnamese names.
They are the veterans here. We can't say that we ride their hype train because they are the
Yeah,
favorites to
they're
win
the
it.
favorites, and they represented us before. I mean, back in
SAJ
SAJ represented
did
2 seasons
represent,
ago,
yeah.
and they've always been really strong in the GPL as
They
well,
have.
right? They
been
innovated QTV,
consistent,
Water, we know
yeah.
these names.
They innovated the tanky Gragas in the top
Yep,
lane.
see.
That was a huge thing as
Oh, yeah,
well.
and they got Korean coaches, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's next level already.
That's next level.
That's next level.
That's
So,
definitely next
but
level.
then ASF, right now, these are the guys I'm looking at because they've made some great decisions. They have mechanics on their
Yeah,
side.
they do. They got a pretty decent pick and ban phase, and we just saw how well Jinky can play as Oriana as
Yeah.
well.
That top lane Lolita, man. I mean, that for me is probably the star player
Yeah.
of ASF.
Not going for the conventional rumbles or like
No,
Maokai's
man.
in the top lane.
All
Go for
in,
Renekton,
all
go
in.
for Riven.
Yeah, all in.
Expect him to play more R champions, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually pretty fresh for me. Just looking at super aggressive champions who can go 2-on-1.
Yeah.
He's Vietnamese Flame.
Yeah, he is.
Vietnamese Flame.
He is.
So
Alright, that is actually the end of week number 1 of the GPL 2015 spring season. We do have matches coming up next week, so let's take a look at what we have for next Wednesday.
Right.
It's gonna be the Group B matches, I believe. It's Team Infinite and Mineski going up in the very first round of the night in the best of 2 series, and then the Saigon Fantastic 5 up against Unpad Ultimate. So these two teams are gonna battle it head to head. The first Vietnamese clash that we're gonna have in this group, of course. So
That's
that
right.
will be for next Wednesday. Same time, same place, of course. But crazy week that we have. Opening week of the GPL. Fantastic.
I loved it. So I think that's it for us for tonight.
That is it for us.
So in case just to recap the scores, our first set of the day, that one was 2-0.
That's
coming
right, it
in
was
for
a
the
2-0.
Bangkok Titans, and for the second set, it was a 2-0 for ASF.
That's right.
Thanks
So
so much for joining
ASUS
us,
Fate,
guys.
really, really powerful.
That's right.
Great matches all week. Don't forget to join us next week. Like we said, all the matches happening same time, same place. My name is Wolf. This is Ethereal. We're signing off.
Bye bye.